Do you want to live life to the fullest? Gates Mills Club is your choice. A full-service senior community located across from Hillcrest Hospital, Gates Mills Club offers exceptional amenities, restaurant-style dining, social events, activities, and transportation for one incredibly low price. We also offer personalized assisted care, an affordable alternative to assisted living. Come see why Gates Mills Club is such a beautiful place to call home. For your complimentary lunch and tour, call today. Murphy's Law was named after Captain Edward Murphy, but he wasn't the one to pass it on. While working on an Air Force project, Captain Murphy took notice of a particularly inept technician, and the phrase flew out of his mouth. If there is any way to do it wrong, he will find it. His proclamation was set in writing. Murphy hated being linked with his law, but he couldn't repeal it. That's no surprise, because you know what they say, if anything can possibly go wrong.
Why is it that folks who think nothing of bringing their cars in for regular maintenance to keep things running smoothly don't do that for everything? For example, when it comes to proactive tune-ups for their teeth, that's a horse of a different color. Guess what? Routine dental care can add miles to your smiles. Here to drive home the point is Nancy Curtis, one of dentist Stephen Marsh's patients, and she's brought Steve along for the ride. Thanks for joining us today, both of you.
Thank you.
Nancy, we'll start with you. I have to say, this is unusual to meet a patient that really hasn't had a lot of dental work. Why have you been so fortunate?
Well, being a musician, I have to be careful of my teeth and my mouth. And years ago, when I was looking for a dentist, I ended up with Steve here, and just been great because he's so proactive, and that was how it all got started.
And you do a regular maintenance routine? Is that right?
That's right. When they say all you do is brush every day and floss and go to your regular checkups, that's really all it took. And I just do regular maintenance, and it's been great. And
you play the horn. Your teeth are important to your profession as well.
Very much so, which is why I've always been really concerned about mouth care, and it's been great because that was Steve's focus as well, and so together we worked as a team to keep it healthy.
And Steve, it's easy, right? Just brush and floss, and that's all it takes?
Nancy said it beautifully, and what she didn't say was she said she ended up with me. It turned out her roommate had been a patient of my father's, and when my father retired and I moved into the practice, she was referred to me, and we've been friends ever since, over 30 years. But what she just said was really beautifully said. It's really about maintenance, about every 3 to 4 months or 6 months coming in for regular care so that we're able to take care of things before things get bad, whether it's a car or your teeth. Maintenance, prevention is key.
And she said it was a partnership, so tell us what you do, or what you did in this case, to help Nancy with the maintenance.
Well, when Nancy first came to me, she had some old silver fillings, and we actually have some pictures of what a mouth like Nancy looked like. And you can see, Armin, the before pictures are a couple of old silver fillings. This is not Nancy's mouth, I should tell you. And there's a old gold crown. Well, today, and in Nancy's case, even 25 to 30 years ago, when we removed the old silver fillings that are loaded with mercury and other things, we were able to restore the mouth. So when Nancy did have those old silver fillings, when they started to break down, and this is important in terms of maintenance, as soon as they started to break down, we were able to put in these tooth color restorations that fortunately have lasted all these years.
I want to come back to the maintenance, though. You do fluoride treatment. What kinds of things do you do in your office to help?
That's a great question. When Nancy comes in, she usually sees Amy, our hygienist, who was on a previous show. We do a very thorough examination, not just looking at teeth. We also do a cancer screening, that sort of thing. Amy will take diagnostic x-rays. We think they're very, very important. She'll give a fluoride treatment for the patient. And this is another patient of ours looking at our x-rays. Those are digital x-rays, Armin. There's 90% less radiation than the ones people are used to. And what I love is this actually comes up in a screen right in front of the patient. And we're able to actually show the patient what they have, so I can educate the patient. And that's part of that partnership. The more I can educate the patient, the better off I think they'll take care of their teeth.
Absolutely.
And on Nancy, did you have to do any work after all this?
We changed a few fillings out, and recently she's a horn player, as you suggested, and she had chipped her teeth. That sometimes happens when people are horn players. and we did some bonding and reshaping. Just, this is the only cosmetic thing. So we
Very
often
nice.
show these major makeovers. It was a slight makeover, and we really didn't need to with Nancy because she takes such good care of her teeth.
Thank you both very much. Thanks for coming in, Nancy.
Thank you.
If it's time for a tune-up for your teeth, give Steve a call. My thanks to Steve and to Nancy for joining us today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, a music program that hits all the right notes.